What's good, everyone? This is Micro here, and today I want to give you my first impression on two new characters that recently got announced for Marvel Rivals. One being Squirrel Girl, who I'm most excited for, and the second person being Iron Fist. But for today's video, I want to talk about my first impression about Squirrel Girl. I saw the trailer today, and let me tell you, I'm very excited to start playing her. And I'll tell you, what my impression is about what her playstyle is going to be in terms of what her positioning should optimally be in terms of like the basic map layout, and also based off of what I see her kit could be based on the intro video as well. Without further ado, let's get into it. Now, the first thing we see in this video is that it looks like her basic projectile is used by her slingshot, but the acorns that she's tossing bounces between walls. Immediately, I can tell that this has very much similarities to Junkrat from Overwatch and Overwatch 2. Therefore, you didn't really need to be in the line of sight with your enemies in order to do damage. All you gotta know is where the enemy is relatively at, and just chuck your projectiles within that area in hopes that one of your projectiles could bounce around the room to hit your enemies and pick off any kills of people who are low on health, or just weaken people from a corner so they don't come out and try to flank you or come out and try to take you out themselves. The next ability that we see is that we see her chuck a giant golden acorn with a very funny tagline. But the thing that caught my eye on this attack is the fact that it has a form of a CC. Now, immediately it kind of looked like it was like a boulder effect from Sigma in Overwatch 2, where he chucks a boulder and does a knockback. But what I see when she chucked it at Spider-Man and Black Panther is the fact that the squirrels kind of held the characters in place, which immediately makes me think that it's a projectile CC move that kind of traps the enemy if you land it just right. So not a knockback, but more of an entrapment. The third ability that I see, that it looks like she could do a high jump, and it looks like it does a relatively short cooldown, but she takes a giant leap forward, so it makes it easier for her to go against any type of airborne players such as Iron Man or Storm. So this is definitely a nice ability to see. Now, the next thing that I definitely want to talk about is her ultimate, and it looks pretty amazing. But there are some key things that I noticed from this short clip of her casting her ultimate. You see that one of her teammates is retreating back, which is a Venom, but you see 4 other people, and one of them being Groot. She casted her ultimate, and immediately I saw the DPS heroes go down relatively quickly, but it still took a chunk of damage at Groot. But at first, it didn't kill Groot right away. But then I see that little squirrel tracker come back around, and with the squirrels either locking down Groot in a CC or doing extra damage during the alteration. Either way, I do see Squirrel Girl picking off the last kill to get a quadra kill within that short time frame. And immediately I like the way this ultimate is looking out to be, because I can see it either being an aggressive ult when you want to push forward and just clear out a lot of the enemy heroes who are grounded, or B, if the team is pushing hard against you or your teammates, and you want to push them back further, you can easily just cast your ult, and it looks like it'll do a lot of damage that it should easily wipe out a lot of the squishy Duelist heroes, but while leaving the vanguards vulnerable for your team to quickly capitalize the moment, or turn the tide within its favor. Now, I definitely want to quickly go over my thoughts of potential map placements on what you should do when you want to play Squirrel Girl and Marvel Rivals. Now, looking at the video, it doesn't seem like she's a sniper at all, which totally makes sense. So I would think, based on my suggestion, looking at this intro video, that you should position her as either being a mid or a back line player. Now, even though she's DPS, the only reason why I say you could position her to be in the back line with your support characters is because of one of her abilities to lock in those dive heroes who come close to, trying to pick you off, or pick your support heroes off. You can chuck that giant acorn, lock them to the ground, which gives you a couple seconds to either kill them or force them to retreat back if they're beefy like Hulk or Venom. But if you position Squirrel Girl in the mid line of your team formation, then she can easily keep a lookout for your support if someone's coming too close, or she can provide support fire with with your tanks who's trying to push to the front line. And also, as we noticed in the video, if one of your tanks is getting too low and he's trying to retreat back, but there's other enemy heroes who are getting a little too greedy and trying to pick off one of your tanks, you can easily, one, cast your ult to quickly wipe them out so your tank is safe, or B, you can chuck your acorn and CC the enemy heroes who's coming too close to try to take out one of your tanks who are low on health. Either way, I think she's best suited to be played in the mid line, but you can, if you want to play defensively with Squirrel Girl, you can definitely put her in the back line with your supports and just provide support fire in case you're facing a team who has a lot of dive heroes. Overall, this is just my general impression of Squirrel Girl. I'm definitely excited to see what her full kit is like when the game drops this week. I can definitely tell you guys that she's definitely going to be one of my mains that I definitely want to focus a lot of my time playing with, along with Moon Knight and Magneto. So if you want to see gameplay videos of Squirrel Girl, definitely don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can check out videos and gameplay videos of me playing Squirrel Girl both competitively and also doing some quick play or just for fun. Thank you guys for taking the time to check out this video. I'll catch you guys later.